Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. Years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree here, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Welcome to Adrian, Michigan. We're located in a proud college town. Adrian College is situated just 45 minutes from Ann Arbor, Detroit, and Toledo. We're very excited to show you just a little bit of what AC has to offer. This is the gateway to our campus. Welcome to the place that we believe will change the rest of your life. AC features one of the most well-rounded educational experiences in the country. We offer over 60 different academic majors and 10 academic institutes, as well as dozens of student organizations. Year after year, we've been ranked as one of the nation's best colleges, including being one of the most innovative institutions in the U.S. for our medical programs. Our campus is simply beautiful. Our student-to-faculty ratio is an incredible 13-to-1. That means more attention for you and a much better overall learning environment. We know how to put together an education that is life-changing, and these are just some of the highlights. From our communication arts program, to our many performing arts, to the home of business on campus, to our sciences and medical studies, we have the spaces where you can grow into the professional that you want to become. Our first-year student experience is award-winning. You'll make lifelong friends here, meet mentors, and maybe even meet that special someone. The Kane Student Center is open 24 hours a day, and there's a lot going on here. The Bulldog Beanery has all of your hot drinks. Pause and Go is our on-campus convenience store. The bookstore is where you'll get all of your Bulldog gear, and you can just hang out and study in the skyboxes. Not far away is the Shipman Library. The Shipman has quiet, relaxing spaces for you to study in. You can check out books from thousands of libraries around the country, and the Shipman is open 24 hours as well for your convenience. There are hundreds of learning opportunities on campus. In addition to the arts and beautiful facilities, Adrian College is known for its athletic programs. There is nothing like a Saturday game day here in Adrian. The Bulldog football team are 11-time MIAA champions. At Docking Stadium, fans watch soccer, lacrosse, football, and more. Just a few hundred yards away, Adrian College's basketball teams compete. In addition to basketball, fans can enjoy wrestling, acro and tumbling, and volleyball here. We also have a state-of-the-art weight room available to all of our students. When things heat up too much on campus, you can cool off with our ice sports. Our NCAA ice hockey teams are constantly battling in the national playoffs. Just a quick walk down the service drive, we feature one of the best baseball and softball programs in the nation at our level. Soon you'll be able to cross the street and watch men's and women's rugby take to the pitch as well. Our rowing, crew, and top-ranked bass fishing programs compete out of the Adrian College Boathouse, a gorgeous facility just a 15-minute drive north on Devil's Lake. Our students know how to relax in their downtime. When they're not out and about, we have dozens of housing options on campus. With apartments right in the mix of things, you can pick what works best for you. We've also recently renovated a few of our housing options. Adrian College is a Methodist-affiliated institution that has been changing lives since 1859. The modern liberal arts education offered by our faculty is unrivaled. We can't wait to have you on campus and show you around. Visit adrian.edu to schedule a full campus visit today. We'll see you soon.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News & World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1:15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College. This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
Welcome in to the campus of Adrian College at the Adrian softball field, Game 3 of this triple header between the Adrian College Bulldogs playing host to the Grand Valley State University Lakers. The Lakers were victorious in each of the first 2 games of this triple header as we are getting ready for Game 3 here. Still have a home plate meeting at the mound here, so while we wait for this one to start, we're going to cut to a short break here. But don't go anywhere. First pitch is next here on Adrian College TV.
Elevate your game? At Adrian College, our athletes strive for excellence on and off the field. Get involved in over 50 student clubs and organizations where your passions meet purpose. With innovative programs and personalized learning, our academics are designed to ignite your future. Experience vibrant student life, where community and connection shape your college journey. Adrian College, where you belong. Apply today and become part of the Bulldog family.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
Welcome to Adrian College, where we believe in educating both the heart and the mind. With over 100 innovative academic programs and 10 cutting-edge institutes, you'll find a path that's right for you. Join our vibrant community of over 50 athletic teams and discover why we're recognized as a U.S. News & World Report Most Innovative Institution. Adrian College, where passion meets purpose. Your future starts here.
And welcome back. Players coming out of the field. Looks like we are just about ready for first pitch in this one. Looks like on the mound for the Bulldogs, we're going to have number 32, Taylor Campbell. She has appeared in 9 games this season, started 7 of them. She's thrown 42 innings on the season to the tune of a 5.83 ERA. Opponent's been solid against her, batting .379 on the season. And currently has a record of 1-0. So it'll be the Lakers as the visitor in this one. They will be batting first in this one. Before that happens, we will go over their lineup here. First 3 are Allie Michalik, Catherine Potton, and Brooke Vandenberg. Middle 3 are Brooke Mellick, Casey Scott and Ellie Cove. And the bottom 4 are Grace Odenbeck, Avery Hallow, Casey DeKaiser, and Trinity Vega. So we're just waiting up for these opening warm-up pitches from Campbell, and we are ready for Game 3 action. If you missed the first 2 games of the series, Lakers took both of them. The first game, 14-7, and the second game was 12-10. Coming into play before dropping the first 2 games of this triple header, came in with a record of 9-14 were the Bulldogs, 3-4 at home, 5-7 on the road, and 1-3 in neutral sites on the season. So this is game number 26 for these Lady Bulldogs in the 2024 and 2025 seasons. Looks like we are just about ready to get go here. Warm-up throw is going to go down to second base. And that means it is time to play ball here in Game 3 on a pretty brisk Sunday afternoon here on the campus of Adrian College. We've had the sun trying to poke out a few times. It's looked like it's trying to get out there over in left field. Little tea party at the mound currently happening, but as soon as that's over, it's going to be Allie Mikulik leading things off today for the Lakers. As I mentioned, fairly cold day today. Not too bad. But a lot of these Laker hitters will be in jackets and sweatshirts and whatever they can do to keep warm today on a day like this. Taylor Campbell onto the mound. Looks like we are ready to get started here in Game 3. Taylor goes into the motion. First pitch misses away. Campbell, in 42 innings pitched this year, has only allowed 15 walks, so command hasn't been much of an issue for her this year. She gets the sign from the catcher, goes to the motion. Here's the 1-0. That one's going to miss upstairs. Campbell quickly behind 2-0 to the Laker leadoff hitter. Here's the 2-0, swinging a fly ball down the left field line, but is well foul. Michalik was all over that one, but just a little out in front of it. Hooks it down the line, foul. So we'll wait for this one to come back in. Not grabbing a new baseball, apparently, or softball, rather. As, yes, it will make its way out of play. We've had rain here on the campus of Adrian College the last few days. Got some puddles forming in the infield, particularly between first and second, and then around the dugouts as the water seeps down into those. The 2-0 popped up, straight up. Scott over, umpire in the way, and she is not going to be able to get to it. Off the glove, it's going to land foul. It's going to move the count to 2-2. Kind of a weird situation there. Pretty much a pop-up straight up, only about 5 feet behind the catcher, Scott. The umpire didn't recognize that it did, in fact, go straight up and kind of stands in the way of Scott, and she gets laid over there, and as a result, it's going to land foul. 2-2 from Campbell. And rev up the chainsaw. Strike 3 called. Gets the call in the outside corner. And Campbell 1 up, 1 down to start the ball game. Campbell, not really known for the strikeout, in 42 innings has only struck out 21 this year, which is a below average rate. But here today in Game 3 against Lakers gets it started. It's going to bring up Catherine Potton. She's going to take the first pitch down low. Potton, the Lakers' second baseman today, as she's going to watch strike 1. Gets the call in the outer half of the plate there. Count's going to be even up at 1 apiece now. Campbell gets the sign, goes into the motion. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a blooper into left, and that's going to get down for a base hit. It's our first hit of the ball game, and it comes with 1 out in the top of the first inning. Catherine Potton laces one into left field. It's going to bring up the Laker 3-hitter. It's going to be Brooke Vandenberg. Vandenberg, another Laker, opting to wear these windbreaker jackets that we've seen players wear throughout the day. As Campbell's ready. First pitch to Vandenberg. Swinging a pop-up straight up. Scott has a chance. She'll get under it, make the grab. One pitch, one out to retire the Laker three-hitter. 2 away in the inning now. That's going to bring up Brooke Mellick. As Scott, the catcher for the Bulldogs, made a nice play getting out of the crouch nice and quick. That one off the handle of Vandenberg. Didn't really go too high in the air, but good reaction time, able to pop out of the crouch and make the play. For pitch from Campbell. Line drive, left field, maybe trouble, but it's going to be caught out there in left field. So Campbell pitches around the one-out single. Gets a strikeout in the inning. It's no runs on 1 hit. We've played half an inning here at Adrian College. You're watching Club Softball here on Adrian College TV.
Looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
And welcome back to the Adrian softball field, of course, on the campus of Adrian College. Lakers got a hit in the top of the first inning, but unable to do anything with it as Campbell did a great job of pitching around it. And we are ready, well, almost, for the bottom of the first inning where the Bulldogs attempt to keep up the hot bats as in the latter half of Game 2, after scoring 2 runs for the first 6 innings, the bats exploded for 8 runs across the final 3 innings, although it didn't lead to a Bulldog win. Definitely something to build off of here in Game 3. So the warm-up throw from the catcher Vandenberg goes down, and we are ready to get started here in the bottom of the first inning. Leadoff hitter today for the Bulldogs is going to be second baseman Elizabeth Grady. Grady comes into play today, batting .351 on the season. That's across 37 at-bats. Not much slug, only a .405 slugging percentage, but definitely a contact-driven hitter who knows how to put the bat on the ball. And first pitch to Grady. Swinging a ground ball, fair ball down the left field line. It's going to be caught up by the left fielder, but Grady, hustling around first, will easily make it into second base. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 double. In a scoring position to lead off the ball game for the Bulldogs here. Looked like a fastball in the middle of the plate. And Grady, a little bit out in front of it, kind of rolled over, but able to get enough of it to sneak it past the Laker third baseman, Hallow, and easily makes it into second base. It's going to bring up Kylie McClanahan now. First pitch to her. Swinging a line drive, base hit. Left field. Grady got a late jump off of second, forced to be held up at third, but 2 pitches into the bottom of the first inning. Bulldogs with a pair of knocks, and now have them on the corners with nobody out. It's going to bring up the shortstop, Michelle Huffman. It's an early RBI opportunity here in the bottom of the first inning for the Bulldogs. First pitch to her. Allen's going to miss down low. First pitch we've seen taken from a Bulldog. Only the 3rd pitch of the inning. But after 2 quick swings and 2 quick hits, definitely a change of pace here. Hoffman ready. Here's the 1-0. Allen's going to miss down low again. From our vantage point here, didn't look like a terrible pitch. Umpire not buying it, though. Count's going to move to 2-0. The 2-0 is going to miss down low. Count's going to move to 3-0. Up and ready. Here's the 3-0. Taking all the way. Center cut fastball called. Strike 1. Coming into play today, Huffman, 13 RBIs on the season. She'll take another called strike, outer edge. Count's going to move to 3-2 now. Laker outfield fairly deep on the Bulldog 3-hitter, not wanting anything over their heads, but a fly ball will get Grady home. Ground ball, base hit into left field. Grady in to score. McClanahan stays at second base. It's an RBI single. Bulldogs strike first in this one. It's 1-0 thanks to the Michelle Huffman RBI single. It's going to bring up the cleanup hitter. It's going to be Grace Simpson. Sorry, Greer Simpson. My apologies there. First pitch to her. Fly ball. Center field. Not deep. Coming to make the grab. Sliding effort. But she will make the grab out there in center. Is off the bat. Looked like it might have had some authority behind it. But kind of a cold day here. The little bit of wind we do have is blowing in from right center field. So that one drifted away. The Lakers center fielder, Scott. But she's able to recover. Make the sliding grab. First out of the inning for the Lakers. Checking up Courtney Robertson. First pitch to her, called strike. Outside corner. Here's the 0-1. That one too far outside. It's going to even things up at 1 apiece now. It's McClanahan on second, Huffman at first, and Robertson the hitter. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string, did Trinity Vega there. Got Robertson out in front of it. Count's going to move to 1-2. Vega steps back on the mound, gets the sign, goes into the motion. Here's the 1-2. That one just misses outside corner. Decent job by Vandenberg to make that one look presentable. Unable to pick that one back up into the zone. Count's going to move to 2-2 now. Vega goes in the motion. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. She got her out on strikes. Back pick from the catcher Vandenberg. Huffman back in easily. So after 3 straight base runners in the inning, Trinity Vega quickly comes back. Gets a fly out and a strikeout. Suddenly there are 2 away. That's going to bring up the left fielder. She's going to hit that one. Base hit. Left field. Runner McClanahan kind of stumbled around third. She's going to be forced to stay there. That's going to load him up for the Bulldogs. That's going to bring up the first baseman. This one's going to be Haley Holmes. Holmes, the pitcher, back in Game 2 through all 10 innings of that one. Finds herself in an RBI opportunity here in the bottom of the first. Has him loaded with 2 outs. She's going to watch ball 1. Missed just above the zone there. The Bulldogs are able to bring in runs here. Would certainly build momentum for the rest of this game as mentioned, they did build it before. Swinging a ground ball, base hit left field. In comes McClanahan. Huffman held up at third. Throws goes home. Bulldogs move station to station, but one of those stations was the plate. They're going to double their lead. It's going to be 2-0 Bulldogs here in the bottom of the first inning. It's going to bring up the center fielder in this one. It's going to be Sarah Kozel. Kozel on the season, but entering play today, so not including the previous 2 games, came in batting .271 as she awaits the first pitch from Vega. Here's the pitch. Called. Strike at the knees. Kozel didn't like it. Kind of took a peek back at the home plate umpire. She digs back in, ready for the 0-1. Vega gets the sign, goes into the motion. Here's the 0-1. Similar pitch. This one a little bit lower, misses below the knees. That's going to even things up at 1 apiece now. Bulldogs currently have them loaded. The runners. 1-1 to Kozel. Swing and a miss. Foul tipped. Kozel just got a piece of that. Looked like a change up in the bottom of the zone. Started at the knees of Kozel, kind of fell off at the end. Got her out in front, just kind of a tap. Barely got a piece of it. Count's going to move to 1-2 now to Kozel. Cozell looking to add on to this Bulldog lead. So they have jumped on Vega here in the first inning and lead it 2-0. Pitch fastball misses way up and away. It's going to even things up at 2 balls, 2 strikes now. If Cozell were to reach, it would be Brianna Scott on deck. It's Vega back out on the mound now, gets the sign, goes into the motion. Here's the 2-2. Down in the dirt, scooped up by Vandenberg, back pick to third. Back in safely is Huffman. Not particularly close, but a good effort by Vandenberg there. It was a nice stop going to her left. Popped up very quickly, made the throw down. The count's going to be full now to Cozell. Here's the payoff. Fastball misses above the zone. It's going to be a walk to Cozell. It's going to bring in a runner. Bulldogs get their third run of the inning, 3-0, and are still in business. As that's going to bring up Brianna Scott now. Scott, the catcher in this one, enters play today, batting .232, has some slug though, .348 on the year. First pitch to her. Fastball just misses above the zone, didn't miss by much. Home plate umpire did not like that one. Count's going to be 1-0 to Scott. Bulldogs still have them loaded here in the bottom of the first inning, looking to really break this one open early. Next pitch, similar location, misses above the zone. Going to move to 2-0. Vega on the mound, ready for the 2-0. Gets the sign. So now she is on the mound, gets the sign, goes into the motion. Here's the 2-0. Swinging a line drive, base it into right center field. It's going to score 1. Here she comes around third. She will score. Here comes Cozell. She will score from first. It is a bases clearing double for Brianna Scott and the Bulldogs. Have busted this one open in the first inning. They lead it 6-0. It's like we're going to have a courtesy runner for the catcher, Scott. It's like number 12. That's going to be Alexis Hart-Butcher. So the lineup's going to turn over now. It's going to be Elizabeth Grady, who led off this inning with a double down the left field line. First pitch to her. Swinging a weak pop-up in the infield. Erin comes the third baseman. She'll get under it, make the grab. But it's a big inning for the Bulldogs. 6 runs on 4 hits, and they've busted this one open early on. We've played 1 here at the Adrian College softball field. Bulldogs lead this one 6-0. We head to the top of the second.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
I'm a recent graduate from Michigan State University.
I'm an underwater cinematographer.
So I didn't really decide I wanted to become a pilot till after college.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
Involve yourself as many opportunities that you can.
The number one most important thing is knowing your own weaknesses. Proper planning.
Breakfast.
It's always something different, something new.
The fact that you can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campusvisit.
Welcome back. Top of the second inning. As we are quickly back in action, as that's going to be a line drive. Fair ball down the left field line. It's going to get past Robinson. And Casey Scott going to lead off the Laker top of the second with an RBI double. Seen a lot of aggressive at-bats from both teams so far. as the Bulldogs really capitalized on good pitches to hit early in counts in the first inning. Lakers might have taken a note there as Casey Scott got a good pitch to hit from Taylor Campbell and ropes one into left field for a double. It's going to bring up Ellie Cove now. First pitch to her. That one's going to be in the dirt, blocked by Scott. There goes the runner. Throw far too late. Scott's going to move into third base now with nobody away. Early RBI opportunity for Ellie Cove here. Campbell gets the sign. Goes into the motion. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a pop-up straight up into foul ground. Scott over. It's going to land. Umpire goes up. Foul ball. It was in between Haley Holmes and Brianna Scott. Probably would have liked to see Holmes take charge of that one. It was probably about 15 to 20 feet up the line. Holmes had a good read on it off the bat. Scott did not. And ultimately, it's going to be a foul ball. So no base runners result out of it, but definitely a costly mistake here. The runner on third base. Campbell ready. Here's the 1-1. Called strike on the outer edge. Delayed call by the umpire. We've seen that already a few times in this one. You know, kind of a different style than what you normally see from umpires. A lot of them, as soon as that one crosses the plate, they're going to go up with that right hand right away, let everyone know there was no doubt about where that pitch was. 1-2 from Campbell. Fastball misses up. Throw down from Scott in the dirt. But picked out of the dirt by Greer Simpson. Potentially saving an error for Scott and a run scored. Count moves to 2-2. Campbell gets the sign. She's ready. Here's the 2-2. Check swing, but it's going to be a called strike 3 on the outer edge. Campbell gets her second of the ball game so far. Strikes out Ellie Cove. It's going to bring up Grace Odenbach. Campbell already ready to give her the first pitch. First pitch, line drive foul, back to the screen. Looked like a fastball towards the top of the zone. Odenbach a little bit late getting there as a result. It's just underneath of it, hits it straight back. Count's going to be 0-1. Scott, the runner on third. Odenbach looking to get her home here with only one away. 0-1, swing and a miss, pulled the string. Good changeup on the outer edge from Campbell. It's quickly ahead of Odenbach, 0-2. Campbell gets the sign, and she's ready. Goes in the motion, here's the 0-2. And rev up the chainsaw. Strike 3 called, center cut changeup. And down goes Odenbach. Campbell, 1 out away from pitching around a leadoff double as she gets back-to-back strikeouts. And that's going to bring up the Laker third baseman, Avery Hallow. Here's the first pitch to Hallow. That one's going to miss down low. Picked out of the dirt there by Scott. The runner on third, Scott, unable to advance. Campbell falls behind, 1-0. To the Laker 8-hitter Hallow. Here's the 1-0. I was going to miss down low. Scoots away from Scott, but not far enough for the other Scott to advance once again. It's going to move the 2-0. Scott's already made a couple nice picks already in the first inning and 2/3. It's nice to know that if Campbell spikes one, she's going to have a catcher able to get down and block it for her. 2-0, swing and a miss. Pulled the string once again. We've seen that changeup be a weapon so far for Campbell. Fastball command hasn't necessarily been there. We've seen her miss with it above the zone a few times. But when she really needs something good, she's been going to that changeup. And it's gotten these Lakers to lunge out in front of it and just kind of wave at it. Count 2-1 now. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive. Foul ball down the left field line. It was just out of the reach of Greer Simpson. Probably about a glove's length away from her. Instead, it's going to result in the foul ball. Count's going to move the 2-2. Campbell will be looking for her 4th strikeout of the game already. Campbell looking in, gets the sign she wants. Goes into the motion. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a fly ball, shallow left field. Coming in to make the grab is Taylor Robinson. And Taylor Campbell pitches around a leadoff double thanks to a pair of strikeouts and a flyout. We've played 1.5 here at the Adrian College softball field. Bulldogs lead it 6-0. You're watching Club Softball here on Adrian College TV.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Bulldog fans, welcome to the home of Adrian College Athletics, brought to you by Adrian College Television. Follow us on social media to be connected to the latest broadcasts, news, highlights, and more. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok. ACTV's social media handle is at Adrian College TV on all platforms. Thank you to all of our fans who tune in to support us at ACTV.
Welcome back to the campus of Adrian College, Game 3 of this triple header between the Grand Valley State University Lakers and the Adrian College Bulldogs. Bulldogs dropped the first 2 games of this triple header, but here in Game 3, lead at 6-0 going into the bottom of the second inning after they put up a 6 spot in the first inning where they sent 10 batters to the plate. So leading off the second inning, it's going to be Kylie McClanahan. She singled, later came around and scored her last time up. She's going to take ball 1, misses above the zone. Laker defense still fairly deep. Bulldogs haven't really burned them over their heads all day so far, but have burned them in the gaps. So the gaps are certainly there for Bulldog hitters if they're able to kind of drop one in as the ball 1 pitch. It's popped foul, goes well out of play. Count's going to move to 1-1. McClanahan steps back in. Waiting the 1-1 from Vega. Vega on the mound, gets the sign she wants, goes into the motion. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a ground ball, sends out the shortstop. Fielded at the waist. Throw over to first, and she got her. It was a great play by Ellie Cub over that short. Fielded on the backhand, about a waist-high hop, kind of an in-betweener. Not an easy play. It makes a strong throw over to Odenbach at first. And Vega, looking for the bounce-back inning, has a good start to it as she gets McClanahan to ground out. It's going to bring up Michelle Huffman now. Huffman drew a walk back in the first inning. Taking all the way. It's a called strike at the knees there. Vega already ready. Here is the 0-1. Swinging a pop foul. Straight up. Catcher Vanderbach under it. She'll put the squeeze on it. 2 up, 2 down here in the second inning for the Bulldogs as Huffman pops out. And that's going to bring up Greer Simpson now for the Bulldogs. Vega goes in the motion. First pitch to Simpson. Called. Strike of the knees. Again, late signal from the umpire. We've seen a few where he's gone up right away, but that one right there looked like he kind of had to think about it. Something you don't really love to see. Nonetheless, the called strike. 0-1. Line drives down to second base, but right at Catherine Potton. Bulldogs go down 1-2-3 here in the second. We've played 2 here at the Adrian College softball field. Bulldogs lead it 6-0. You're watching Club Softball here on Adrian College TV.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in. Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Welcome back to the Adrian College softball field. We've played 2 so far. Bulldogs lead at 6-0 thanks to a 6-run first inning where they sent 10 batters to the plate. But we are ready to get started here in the top of the 3rd inning. And leading off is going to be Casey DeKaiser for the Lakers as Campbell gets ready for her 3rd inning of work. First pitch of DeKaiser is going to miss down low in the dirt. Scoots by Scott. Right into that little wet patch behind the plate. Wouldn't be surprised if she grabs a new ball. Nope, we're going to stick with the one we got. As I mentioned before, it's been raining here the last few days, so puddles forming around the diamond, most notably, again, between first and second, right on the edge of the grass. Also another spot typically where you're going to see the first base coach stand. As the 1-0 is going to catch the outside corner. It's going to even things up at 1 ball, 1 strike now. Campbell been very efficient so far, throwing a lot of strikes to these Laker hitters. 1-1, called, strike, inside corner. Went with something off speed there. It's able to get ahead of DeKaiser. Count moves to 1-2. It's Campbell's looking for her 4th strikeout of the game here. The 1-2. That one just misses. Looks like it was below the zone there. Count's going to move to 2-2. Campbell back out on the mound. Gets the sign from Scott. Goes into the motion. Here's the 2-2. That one just misses off the outer edge. It's going to load us up. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Campbell back on the mound gets a sign from Scott. DeKaiser waiting. Here's the 3-2. Swinging a fly ball, shallow left field. In comes Robinson. She'll make the running grab. 1 up, 1 down here to start off the top of the 3rd inning as DeKaiser flies out the left. And that's going to turn the lineup over. We're going to see Allie Mikulik leading off the ball game. She struck out looking. Kind of a check swing that I guess the umpire ruled the pitch, not the swing, was a strike. First pitch to her, called strike on the outer edge. We've seen this umpire really like those outside pitches. From our angle, we see Scott kind of sliding to her right, but is still managing to get the call on that outer edge. 0-1, way out in front of it is Mikulik as she sends that one down the left field line. Well foul. Count's going to move to 0-2. As we're waiting for this ball to come back into play. Campbell going to rock with the one she has here. She's ahead of Mikulik 0-2. Still looking for her 4th strikeout of the ball game. Campbell gets the sign she wants. Goes in the motion. Here's the 0-2 to Mikulik. Fastball misses above the zone. Good idea from Campbell, changing the eye level of the hitters. As we've seen her primarily work down in the zone, using the off-speed pitches to slow down the Laker bats, and tries to speed her up there with a fastball up. Curious to see what she does on the 1-2 here. One with the fastball once again, misses well up and out of the zone. It's going to even things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. As Mikulik finds herself back into the at-bat after falling behind 0-2. Campbell, ready, gets the sign she wants, goes into the motion. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a weak ground ball, sent out to shortstop. Huffman fields, strong throw to first, and she got her by a step. 2 up, 2 down to start the 3rd inning here as Mikulik grounds out to Huffman. It's going to bring up the second baseman, Catherine Potton. She doubled back in the 1st inning. However, Campbell, with a pop-up and a flyout, was able to pitch around that. Count 0-1 to Potton. Campbell gets the sign and goes into the motion, the 0-1. That one's just going to miss off the outside edge. Again, looked pretty good from our vantage point here. However, we do have a certain gentleman in charcoal pants and a navy blue windbreaker. That is the decider of balls and strikes in our way. Ground ball up the middle, and it's going to get through the Bulldog infield. Made it past a couple of players who could have made the play. Nobody does. The result's going to be a base hit for Ponton. With 2 away, Ponton gets her second hit of the ball game, and that's going to bring up the catcher in this one, Brooke Vandenberg. Vandenberg popped up to her fellow backstop back in the first inning. As Campbell now has to worry about a one-out base runner in Ponton. Although it doesn't look like Ponton's going anywhere. Standing with the hands in the hoodie pockets off of first base. Not really looking too aggressive out there. First pitch to Vandenberg, well outside. Scott took a look down to first, only to find Ponton about 3 inches off the bag. Count is 1-0. Here's the pitch to Vandenberg. Swinging a weak pop-up. Sent over to first base. Holmes is there. She'll put the squeeze on it. Once again, Campbell. A great inning from her. Pitches around a 2-out single. But it's another scoreless frame for Campbell. We've played 2.5 here at the Adrian College softball field. Bulldogs lead this one 6-0. We'll head to the bottom of the third.
You have earned the right to be here through endless nights of studying, testing, writing, and dedication to learning. The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences, and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Now, as you face the world outside this academic haven, the concept of courage must not be left behind in your textbooks. It should be as alive in you today as your ambition to change the world for the better.
We were all born to be a Bulldog. Life drew us to this school, these people, and this tiny town. You were meant to be here to make a difference and to grow within yourself for the better. But what does it mean to truly be a Bulldog? Well, to scratch the surface, the students of Adrian College are anything but ordinary. The pride, grit, perseverance, and passion is absolutely unmatched. Good luck and congratulations, class of 2024. And know that today is yet another Bulldog victory.
Welcome back. Bottom of the third inning being set to play here on the Adrian College softball field. It's going to be 5, 6, 7 due up for the Bulldogs. That's Courtney Robertson, Taylor Robinson, and Haley Holmes due up this inning. First pitch, swing and a miss. Well-located fastball from Vega. Got Robertson out in front of it there. Count 0-1. Here's the pitch. Fastball was going to miss just above the letters. Going to even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike to Robertson. Robertson flew out to center her last time up. It was a nice catch out there by Casey Scott. 1-1 to her. It's going to miss down low in the dirt. Scoots a little bit away from Vandenberg. Nobody on, so obviously nothing doing on that one. I'm a little surprised to see some of these Lakers still in their hoodies and windbreakers, as you might be able to tell in the broadcast, the sun is doing its best to peek out as it's warming up a little bit around here. As the 2-1's going to miss upstairs, count's going to move to 3-1. Robertson looking to get things started here in the third inning for the Bulldogs. 3-1. Swinging a tap in front of the plate. It's going to be a tough play. The pitcher, Vega Fields, she won't have a play. It's going to be an infield single for Courtney Robertson. It's a beautiful thing about baseball and softball. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. One of the weaker swings we've seen from a Bulldog today is going to result in a leadoff knock. Hit it about 20 feet, but just in the right spot, hit it in no man's land. Robertson able to make it into first base even without a throw. First pitch to Robinson, grounded to third. She'll throw to second for 1. No throw back to first. It's going to be a 5-4 fielder's choice off the bat of Robertson. It's going to bring up the first baseman, Haley Holmes, now. It was a good job by Vega. Kind of pulled the string on that first pitch to Robinson. Got her to roll over. And in softball, in order to turn a double play, you pretty much got to hit it right on a bag and have kind of a 6-3 double play. Going around the horn, not something you see too often. First pitch to Robinson, or Holmes, rather. It's going to be fouled away down the left field line. If you're just tuning into this one, Bulldogs lead it 6-0. We're in the bottom of the third. All 6 Bulldog runs came in the first inning where they sent 10 batters to the plate. It was really the punctuation mark was a Brianna Scott bases clearing double into the gap. That's really broken this one early, open early. Holmes sends this one into center field. Over is Scott. She'll put the squeeze on it. 2 away in the inning now. Wasn't a bad swing from Holmes there. Kind of cut off the end of the bat a little bit underneath it. Result in a lazy fly ball out to center field. So 2 away now and a runner on first. It's going to bring up Sarah Cozell. Cozell, the center fielder in this one. She drew an RBI walk back in the first inning. First pitch to Cozell. Called strike. Fastball in the outside corner. Cozell, a very patient hitter at the plate. Of course, saw her draw that walk back in the first inning, a critical situation. It's the 0-1, wave and a miss. Pulled the string, did Vega. And Cozell, way out in front of it, simply waves at that one. And the ball was not waving back. Counts can move to 0-2. Vega into the motion. Here's the 0-2. That one into the dirt. Good stop by Vandenberg. It's going to force Robinson to stay put over at first base. Count moves to 1-2. This Laker defense still very deep on all these Bulldog hitters. Here's the 1-2 to Cozell. Swinging a fly ball, popped up behind the plate. It's going to get out of play. Cozell stays alive here. As looking at the flags out in right center field, pretty much no wind. You know, if there's wind on a day like this, you might see one kind of drift back into play, but those flags pretty much staying put out there. So nothing doing there. The 1-2, lift out to center field. Scott drifts to her right. She'll camp underneath it, put the squeeze on it, and that's going to do it for the Bulldog half of the third. They got 1 hit in the inning, but unable to do anything with it. We have played 3 here at the Adrian College softball field. You're watching Club Softball here on Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Welcome back to the Adrian College softball field. We're entering the top of the 4th inning. Bulldogs still lead this one 6-0. Thank you to that massive first inning for the Bulldogs. 6 runs scored, 10 batters sent to the plate. As we're going to have our tea party on the mound before we wait the first pitch. It's going to be Brooke Vandenberg leading things off here. Looks like our tea party's finally broken up. Campbell ready to get back to work, looking for another shutdown inning. Looks like we are just about ready to get going here. Campbell goes into the motion. First pitch. It's going to miss down low in the dirt. Scooped by Scott. Good stop by her. Dropping the knee and getting in front of it. Didn't have to go out and chase the ball. Having it get dirty. As I mentioned, it is fairly wet behind home. You can see the discoloration in the dirt. Kind of turning to mud out there. 0-1, popped over to second base. Grady comes in, puts a squeeze on it. 1 up, 1 down here to lead off the 4th inning. As Campbell's great outing will continue here. One down now in the inning. First pitch. Fly ball, shallow right field, and that was going to land for a base hit. It lands in front of Robertson. And the Lakers going to get a base runner here. Campbell really has only allowed maybe 1 to 2 barrels throughout this one. Has been very effective. As I mentioned, the offspeed's been a great weapon for. Has had the Laker hitters out in front all game. Has forced plenty of weak contact and a few strikeouts for her as well. First pitch in the dirt. Blocked by Scott. Keeps him in front. Runner will be forced to stay at first. Count 1-0 now. Campbell ready, goes into the motion. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a ground ball sent out to third. Simpson fields, throw to second. And not in time. They're going to say Grady was off the bag. So it's going to go probably as an E5 on Simpson. I'm not going to make the call there. Not sure the throw would have beat the runner anyways. But regardless, Campbell will be forced to pitch around base runners yet again in this one. 2 on, 1 out. First pitch from Campbell. Swinging a shallow fly ball. In is Robertson. She'll make the grab. Runner tags. Throw to third. Will not be in time. Runner trying to advance to second base. Simpson couldn't find it. It's going to allow the runner to move into second base. So it's a productive out. We're going to have runners on second and third. 2 outs now. Is Campbell trying to keep up her perfect start so far. Well, perfect as in runs scored so far. First pitch. Going to miss just off the outer edge. Campbell falls behind 1-0. So Campbell's ready. Goes into the motion, the 1-0. Missed down there. It's going to get by Scott. In comes the runner. She will score easily. Lakers get their first run of the game on the wild pitch by Campbell. Looked like the fastball out of her hand. Not much Scott could do. Pretty much rolled it up there. The batter had to jump out of the way of it. Would have been a real tough stop going left for Scott. Unable to get there in time. It goes to the backstop. The runner easily able to come around and score. Count 2-0 now. Swinging a foul over the screen and out of play. Campbell looking to battle back in this at-bat. Count's going to move to 2-1. Campbell ready, gets the sign. She goes in the motion. Here's the 2-1. Swing a fly ball, left field, not deep. And it will be caught in left field by Robinson. Lakers get their first run of the ball game. Comes on a wild pitch out of the arm of Campbell. We've played 3.5 here on the campus of Adrian College. Bulldogs lead this one 6-1. You're watching Club Softball here on Adrian College TV.
10 years ago, Adrian College Television set out on a mission to bring the excitement, the passion, and the unforgettable moments of Bulldog athletics to fans everywhere. From the field to the court, from nail-biting finishes to championship victories, ACTV has been there to capture it all.
Yeah, Jordan Spear, happy birthday, buddy. I'm sure.
This year, we celebrate a decade of dedication, 10 years of innovation, teamwork, and delivering the energy of Adrian College straight to your screen. Here's to the next chapter of ACTV, because at Adrian College, the story is just beginning.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 4th inning, getting ready to play here. For the Bulldogs, it's going to be 9-1-2 due up in the inning. That is Brianna Scott, Elizabeth Grady, and Kylie McClanahan, who have all at least contributed to a run. Of course, Brianna Scott had that big RBI double. In fact, it was a bases clearing double that busted it open in the first inning. However, the Lakers did score one on the top of the fourth, and since the first, the Bulldog bats have been quiet. So looking to turn that around here in the bottom of the fourth inning is Vega, ready to start the bottom of the fourth. First pitch. Misses above the zone to Scott. Vega has struggled with command in this one. Has only walked 2. As the 1-0 swinging a foul back to the screen. It's going to even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. But as I was saying, Vega's fallen behind a lot of Bulldogs today. Has been unable to recover. And has really been the reason why she has given up 6 runs early on. But give her credit, since then, has really shut things down for her Lakers. Scott grounds out the shortstop. It's going to get through. Base hit. Back up the middle for Scott. She's 2 for 2 on the day. Bulldogs get a leadoff base runner here in the bottom of the fourth. It's going to turn the lineup over. It's going to be the second baseman, Elizabeth Grady. Grady, of course, led off the Bulldog half of the first inning by roping a double down the left field lines. We're once again going to have a runner for the catcher, Scott. It's going to be Alexis Hart Butcher. As with 1 on, nobody out, Grady looking to keep it going for the Bulldogs. First pitch, swinging a pop-up in the infield. In comes the third baseman. And Hallow will put the squeeze on it. Vega able to bounce back after the leadoff single. It's going to be 1 down after the Grady pop-up. It's going to bring up Kylie McClanahan. McClanahan singled back in the first and grounded out to short to lead off the second. In a spot here with some mashers behind her, trying to keep the offense rolling. The bottom of the fourth inning. First pitch from Vega. Swinging a check swing spot to second base. It's a 2nd for 1. Relay to first. It's a 6-4 double play for the Lakers. It's a pitcher's best friend for Trinity Vega, as she is through 4 now. Score still 6-1 Bulldogs. We've played 4. We'll head to the top of the 5th inning here on Adrian College TV.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a 3rd-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
I'm a recent graduate from Michigan State University.
I'm an underwater cinematographer.
So I didn't really decide I wanted to become a pilot till after college.
Jevy is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
Involve yourself as many opportunities that you can.
The number one most important thing is knowing your own weaknesses. Proper planning.
Breakfast.
It's always something different, something new.
The fact that you can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Welcome back. Top of the 5th inning being set to played here in Game 3 of this triple header between the Grand Valley State University Lakers and the Adrian College Bulldogs. But before we get to that, we want to remind you to stay connected with all of the action by following at Adrian College TV on social media. From game highlights to campus events, we have got you covered. Don't miss a moment. Follow at Adrian College TV today. So Campbell, back to work here in the top of the 5th. First pitch. This is just outside. It's Casey DeKaiser leading off the 5th inning for the Lakers. She flew out to left, her first time up. The 1-0 swung and missed. Looked like the changeup from Campbell started at the knees, ended up finishing in the dirt. Scott had to go down to a knee to block it. DeKaiser swung right over top of it. It's going to even things up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Campbell goes in the motion. Here's the pitch. It's going to miss just out of the zone. Count's going to move to 2-1 now. Again, Campbell been very efficient in this one. Has not allowed a walk this far through 4 innings. Here's the 2-1. Wave and a miss. As it's strike 3. I guess I missed a delayed call from the umpire on one of the previous pitches. It's going to be the 4th strikeout of the ballgame for Campbell. It's going to turn the lineup over. It's going to be Allie Mikulik. Mikulik 0 for 2 in this one, has a strikeout and a ground out. She faces Campbell for the 3rd time today. Campbell ready, gets the sign, goes in the motion, first pitch. Swinging a lazy fly ball, sent out to left field, and may get down, and it will. Drops in front of Robinson. Mikulik around first, heading for second base. Throw far too late. It's going to be a single plus an error. And the Lakers going to get a runner in scoring position here in the top of the 5th inning, only one away. It's going to bring up Catherine Potton. Potton, 2 for 2 in this one. Pair of singles in the 1st and in the 3rd. Another one here would likely mean the 2nd Laker run of the game. First pitch from Campbell. Swinging a pop-up. In the infield, Huffman over. She'll put the squeeze on it. Campbell able to bounce back from the 1-out single. Gets the weak pop-up. 2 away in the inning now. It's going to bring up the 3-hitter, Brooke Vandenberg. Vandenberg 0 for 2 in this one. Campbell ready, gets the sign, goes into the motion, first pitch. Swinging another pop-up. Set out to center field. This one coming in. And Kozel will make the grab out there in center. Campbell once again pitches out of danger. We've played 4.5 here at the Adrian College softball field. Bulldogs lead it 6-1. We head to the bottom of the 5th here on Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus visit.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
Bottom of the 5th inning being set to be played here on the Adrian College softball field. Bulldogs exploded out of the gates in the 1st inning, putting up a 6 spot. But after 3 straight zeros on the scoreboard, they're looking to add on here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Trinity Vega out for her 5th inning of work, who, like I mentioned, since that 1st inning has really settled down. It's only been a couple of hits for the Bulldogs since then, as they got a good opportunity to do so here. It's going to be 3-4-5 for the Bulldogs in the 5th inning. That's Michelle Huffman, Greer Simpson, and Courtney Robertson. Combined to have a pretty good day so far here. So Vega's ready to go back to work. Huffman ready. Vega gets the sign, goes in the motion. First pitch to Huffman, taking all the way, center cut, and looked like down the middle for ball 1. Vega ready, gets the sign once again, goes into the motion, here's the pitch. That one called, strike at the knees. Count's going to move to 1-1 to Huffman. 1-1, misses well upstairs. Eye-level fastball. Huffman able to lay off. We saw a good AB from Huffman back in the 1st where she drew a walk, later came around and scored. She's in the driver's seat here. 2-1. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball. Sent out to the left center field gap. Over is Scott. She'll make the grab. 1 up, 1 down here in the Bulldog half of the 5th as Huffman flies out the center. So you're going to bring up the 3rd baseman, Greer Simpson now. Simpson 0 for 2 on the day. Has a strikeout and a line out. Looking to change her fortunes here. She faces Vega for the 3rd time today. Simpson, open stance. First pitch to her. Called strike outside corner. Another delayed call from the umpire. He must have a flair for the dramatic today, just basically waiting until the catcher throws it back to the pitcher to eventually go up with the right hand. Regardless, counts 0-1. Here's the pitch. That one's going to miss outside. Count's going to be evened up. 1 ball, 1 strike to Simpson. Simpson, one of the better hitters in this lineup, batting .385 entering play today. It's over 65 at-bats, 8 doubles. No big flies for her. Next pitch is going to miss well down in the dirt. It's going to go to the backstop. Kyle's going to move the 2-1 to Simpson. Vegas steps back on the mound. Simpson waiting. Goes into the motion. Here's the 2-1 from Vega. Swinging a line drive, sent out to shortstop. Fielded, waist-high hop, throw over to first. And Simpson is retired. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning for the Bulldogs. Going to bring up the right fielder, Courtney Robertson. Robertson 1 for 2 on the day, flew out to center and has singled. One of the few players on the field today without any sort of sleeves on today. It's definitely one of the tougher Bulldogs out there today. First pitch to her. Line drive back to the screen. Got a good pitch to hit there. It looked like a fastball top of the zone. Just couldn't really meet it on play, and as a result, since it's straight back, she falls behind 0-1 in this one. It's Vega back up on the mound. Gets the sign from Vandenberg. Goes to the motion. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Robertson whiffs through that one. Count's going to move to 0-2 now. As Vega already back on the mound. Ready for the 0-2. Here it is. That one's going to miss just down low. Didn't look bad from up here. It looked like something off speed from Vegas. Robertson able to lay off of that one. Count moves to 1-2. Here it is. Another one misses down in the dirt. Good stop by Vandenberg. Keeps it in front. Robertson would have swung at that. Most likely would have missed. Would have been an easy throw down to first base. Instead, Robertson lays off. Count moves to 2-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Sent over the shortstop. That's Cove. She'll put the squeeze on it. It's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Trinity Vega. Bulldogs go quietly here in the 5th. They still lead this one 6-1. We've played 5. We'll head to the top of the 6th here on Adrian College TV.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Bulldog fans, welcome to the home of Adrian College Athletics, brought to you by Adrian College Television. Follow us on social media to be connected to the latest broadcasts, news, highlights, and more. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok. ACTV's social media handle is at Adrian College TV on all platforms. Thank you to all of our fans who tune in to support us at ACTV.
Top of the 6th inning. Getting ready to be played here on the campus of Adrian College. Bulldogs jumped off to a quick start in this one. They put up a 6th spot in the bottom of the 1st inning. But since then, it's been quiet. 4 straight zeros on the scoreboard. Lakers came back in the top of the 4th, put a run up of their own. They currently trail in this one 6-1. Taylor Campbell, it's been a great start for her so far. She has 4 strikeouts on the day, only 1 run allowed so far. Leading off the inning is going to be Brooke Mellick. First pitch to her. Line drive. That one going to get down. And it's going to get by the left fielder Robinson. Mellick into second base. She'll make it there standing up. It's going to be a lead-off double off the bat of Brooke Mellick. We've seen Campbell pitch around danger so far in this one. But a lead-off double, it's going to be a tough task. That's going to bring up Casey Scott. Scott, 2 for 2 in this one. Doubled back in the 2nd. Singled back in the 4th. It's one of the hotter bats in this Laker lineup. Seeing the ball well today off of Campbell. She faces her for the 3rd time today. Campbell goes in the motion. First pitch. Swinging a foul ball. It's going to get out of play. First base side. Campbell gets behind another Laker today. It's really been the key for her today is getting ahead of hitters. Mentioned at the top of the broadcast, walks have not been an issue for Campbell. Only 15 across 42 innings. However, really pitches to contact. Only 21 strikeouts in that span. As 0-1 called. Strike. On the outer edge. Count's going to move to 0-2. Campbell looking for her 5th strikeout of the ballgame so far. As a strikeout is exactly what Campbell would need here. It was after the leadoff double for Melick. Campbell goes in the motion. The 0-2. Swinging a pop-up first base side. Drifting. It's going to land in play. But against the net, Holmes able to get over there in time. Count remains at 0-2. I think a very good pitch there from Campbell on the inner half. Got Scott to pop it up. Well, unfortunately, not a great read by Holmes at first. She was unable to get there against the wall. Would have been a nice grab if she would have gotten it. Instead, it lands foul. 0-2 from Campbell. That's going to miss just off the outer edge. We've seen this umpire really be generous on that outside corner, but Campbell unable to get the call there. As from our vantage point in the broadcast booth, we're slightly off center. We're a little bit towards third base over here, so a little tougher to tell left and right from up here. The 1-2, swinging a foul ball, sent down the third base line. It's a good off-speed pitch there from Campbell. Got Scott to roll over on it. Unfortunately for her, it does go foul, so the count remains at 1-2. Campbell still pitching for the strikeout here. Could really use one here. He tries to protect this 5-run lead here in the top of the 6th inning. Here's the 1-2 to Scott. Swinging a fly ball, sent out to right field. Over to make the catch, but it's going to be dropped and kicked into left center field. Melick is going to come in to score easily. Scott stays on second. It's going to be another extra base hit for the Lakers. As Robertson got there, tried to make the basket catch, but it went in and out of the glove. And during the catch process, looked like she kicked it, and it traveled about 100 feet into the left center gap, which Melick was easily able to come around and score from second. Scott finds herself on second. That's going to bring up Ellie Cove. She'll take strike one. A little bit of bad luck for Campbell. It's really been the story for her all year. For 42 innings, she's allowed 65 runs, only 35 of them earned. So I'm sure she's used to not getting the help she needs out there. Line drives out the center, right at Kozel. Runner tags, but no, she will head back. Thought better of it. Kozel has a good arm out there and put a great one-hop throw to third base. So Scott thought better of it. Campbell gets her first out of the inning on the Ellie Cove line out. That's going to bring up the first baseman. It's going to be Grace Odenbach. Odenbach, 0 for 2 on the day. Has a backwards K and a fly out to right. First pitch to her. I was going to miss just low. Runner on second base. 1 out for the Lakers. Already 1 home in the inning. Bulldogs lead at 6-2 here in the top of the 6th inning. Campbell gets the sign, goes in the motion. The 1-0. Misses low. Scott thought about throwing down to second base. Thought better of it. Holds on to it. Count moves to 2-0. As if you're Campbell, this is really the part of the order you want to attack. 7, 8, 9. You don't want the top of the order to come up with runners in scoring position still. 2-0. Called. Strike. It was center cut. Looked like the fastball from Campbell. She's going to try to work her way back into this at-bat. Count moves to 2-1 to the Laker first baseman. Campbell gets a sign, goes into the motion. Here's the 2-1. Swinging a weak ground ball center to first base. Fielded by Holmes. She'll step on the bag. Record out number 2 here for the Bulldogs in the top of the 6th. Campbell 1 out away from pitching out of another minor jam. It was a double by Melick to lead off the inning, and then Scott reached on an error by the right fielder Robertson, and currently stands on third with 2 away for third baseman Avery Hallow. Campbell ready. First pitch to Hallow. Swinging a line drive into left field. Drops in front of Robinson and gets by her. Hallow around first. Around second, and she's trying for third. There's going to be a play. Relay throw. Not in time. Hallow makes it on the third. It's going to be a single and an error on the left fielder Robinson. As Howell's going to hit the dab at third after recording an RBI single. And suddenly, we got ourselves a ball game once again. Lakers only trail by 3. With a runner on third, 2 outs. It's going to bring up the right fielder, Casey DeKaiser. DeKaiser 0 for 2 on the day. Fly out and a strikeout. First pitch to her. Called. Strike outside corner. Another delayed call from the umpire. See, had to get the gears turning to that head of his before coming to a decision. Campbell ahead 0-1. Pitch to DeKaiser. Swinging a weak ground ball, sent out to third base. It's actually the shortstop, Huffmanfield. Strong throw to first. And she got her. It's a good play by Huffman to limit the damage here in the top of the 6th. However, the Lakers strike for 2. Deficit down to 3 in this one. Bulldogs lead at 6-3. We have played 5.5 here at the Adrian College softball field. Bulldogs lead at 6-3. You're watching Club Softball here on Adrian College TV.
To become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Welcome back to the Adrian College softball field, of course, on the campus of Adrian College. We're in Game 3 of this triple-header between the Grand Valley State University Lakers and the Adrian College Bulldogs. Bulldogs, the offense exploded in the first inning, putting up a 6 spot, but since then, 4 straight zeros from the arm of Trinity Vega. She has been mowing down these Bulldog hitters, but these Lakers creeping back into this one, score 6-3 as we head into the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll be 6, 7, 8 due up for the Bulldogs. It is Taylor Robinson, Haley Holmes, and Sarah Kozel due up this inning. First pitch, called. Strike on the outer edge to Robinson. Robinson 1 for 2 on the day, singled back in the first, and grounded into a fielder's choice back in the third. Vega ready once again. Here is the 0-1 to Robinson. Swinging a fly ball down the left field line, drifting, and it will get out of play down the left field line. Robinson's going to fall behind 0-2 now. Bulldogs looking for some insurance here heading into the top of the 7th, as the Lakers have shown they're not going away anytime soon. Their offense has been all over the Bulldogs, putting up 26 runs in the first 2 games of this triple header. So they've shown they are definitely capable of erasing a 6-run deficit. So if the Bulldogs want to feel a little more comfortable about winning this one, they're going to need insurance here in the bottom of the 6th. And that's going to start with Taylor Robinson here. However, she is down 0-2. Looks like we are ready to play once again. Vega ready, Robinson ready. Vega back on the mound, gets the sign. Goes in the motion, here's the 0-2. Misses down low in the dirt. It's going to move things from 1 ball, 2 strikes to Robinson. This outfield for the Lakers has moved themselves in, probably about a step or 2 each. Not as deep as they were in the early innings of this one. 1-2 to Robinson. Swinging a shallow fly ball, sent out to center field. Scott is under it. She'll put the squeeze on it. 1 up, 1 down here to start the bottom of the 6th inning. As Robinson flies out, it's going to bring up the first baseman, Haley Holmes now. Holmes 1 for 2 in this one. Singled back in the first, flew out back in the third. As I look down at my lineup card here, Vega has retired 6 straight Bulldogs. Holmes looking to erase that trend. First pitch to her is going to miss upstairs for ball 1. Looking at the alignment for these Lakers, really middle of the field wide open for Holmes. If she's able to get anything past the pitcher, will easily have herself a hit up the middle. Next pitch rolled over, scooped up by the third baseman. Low throw to first, going to pull it off the bag. Holmes into first safely. She's going to reach on the air. It was Avery Hallow who made a nice pick on the play, but just a weak throw to Odenbach over at first base. And it's going to allow Holmes to reach here with one away and bring up the center fielder, Sarah Kozel. Kozel had an RBI walk back in the first inning, flew out to center back in the third, facing Vega for the third time today, looking to get the bats going as they have gone quiet these last 4 innings. First pitch hurt, going to get away from the catcher Vandenbach. Into second goes Holmes, awkward slide. She'll make it in without a throw. It was an awkward slide, as I'm not sure if she had too much help coming from the dugout. Bit of a late slide, kind of toppled over the bag. Nonetheless, she's into second base safely. Count is 1-0 on Kozel. Entering play today, Kozel batting .271, ton of slug, has a .492 slugging percentage, .380 on base percentage. That one, line, base hit, left field. The runner Holmes is going to stay at third. Kozel takes a big turnaround first base, but no one even in the vicinity of the bag. She'll stay put there. It's a one-out single for Kozel, and the Bulldogs are back in business here in the bottom of the 6th inning. They have 2 on, 1 out. So they're going to bring up the catcher, Brianna Scott. Scott, 2 for 2 on the day. She doubled back in the first inning that cleared the bases and really gave all the momentum to the Bulldogs. She's looking to do the same thing once again. RBI opportunity. Bulldogs looking for insurance runs. Vega ready. First pitch to Scott. That was missed just below his own. Kozel, huge secondary lead off the first. Trying to draw a throw from the catcher Vandenbach. Isn't successful in her efforts. We'll see how that changes throughout the at-bat here. Scott ready. Here's the 1-0. Swing a ground ball left side. Base hit. Left field. Holmes is in to score. Kozel digging for third. It's bobbled by the left fielder. She'll make it in third standing up. Scott stays put at first. And the runners are replaced. Bulldogs tack a run. It's 7-3. Brianna Scott, her third hit of the day and her 4th RBI of the ball game. And this may result in a huge insurance run for the Bulldogs, as we've seen this Lakers offense just creep and creep throughout this one. Put up 2 runs in the top half of the 6th. The Bulldogs already got one of them back here. They still lead this one 7-3. That's going to turn the lineup over to leadoff hitter Elizabeth Grady. Runner going, throw down to second, will be cut off. Throw home. Kozel in standing up. The double steal is successful. Bulldogs steal a run from the Lakers. As Vandenberg popped up, the throw was cut off by the second baseman, Ponton. But just a little bit too slow to get the speedy Kozel going home. Bulldogs get their second run of the inning. Grady's going to pop that one up. It's the pitcher, Vega, camped under it. She'll make the grab for out number 2. So 2 away now. Runner on second base is Alexis Hart-Busher. It's going to bring up Kylie McClanahan. 1 for 3 in this one. Singled back in the first. Later came around and scored. But since then, pair of groundouts to short. One of them resulted in a 6-4-3 double play. She looks to bring home another one of her teammates here. First pitch to her. Swinging a ground ball foul down the third base line. McClanahan out in front of that one. Looked like it was middle of the plate, just a little bit low. Just a little bit below the knees. We wait for this ball to make it back into play. McClanahan came in today as the team leader in batting average, batting .392 on the season. It's across 51 at-bats. She awaits the 0-1 from Vega. Here's the pitch. It's going to miss down low in the dirt. Good stop by Vandenberg. It's going to force Hart-Busher to stay over there on second base. Going to even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here to McClanahan. Here's the 1-1. That one's going to miss well above the zone. Good take by McClanahan. Going to move the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. Once again, this Laker defense giving the Bulldogs a huge hole up the middle. If McClanahan can get anything past the pitcher, it's going to move into center field. And the speedy Hart-Busher will easily be able to make it home. So 2-1 misses well down low. Count moves to 3-1 to McClanahan. If she were to reach, it's Michelle Huffman on deck. Who already has an RBI in this one. Here's 3-1. It's going to miss in the dirt. Ball 4. McClanahan walks. Shoe move over to first. It's going to bring up the shortstop, Michelle Huffman. Huffman came into play today, 13 RBIs on the year. That is good for 4th on the team. Looking to add on to that total here. Hart Butcher at second, McClanahan at first. 5-run ball game here in the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch from Vega. Called, strike, center cut. We've seen Huffman do that every plate appearance today. Pretty much an auto take. Bat never leaves the shoulder. As a result, she's going to fall behind 0-1 here. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball, sends out to shortstop. That's fielded by Cub. She'll flip over to third. You get the force out there, so that's going to do it for the Bulldog half of the 6th inning. But they tack on 2 runs. They lead this one 8-3. We've played 6 innings here at the Adrian College softball field. Bulldogs lead it 8-3. Bulldogs try to close down the top of the 7th. We'll see that when we come back here on Adrian College TV.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Welcome back. Top of the 7th here at the Adrian College softball field, of course, on the campus of Adrian College. Bulldogs looking to close this one out here in the top of the 7th. As Taylor Campbell's pitched a great game so far, as she has led her team to potentially salvaging one game in this 3-game doubleheader. Lakers took the first 2 games, won the first one 14-7, won the second one 12-10 in 10 innings. But here Campbell looking to shut down this Laker lineup. Has a 5-run cushion to work with, but she is tasked with the top of the order for the Lakers. It's going to be Allie McCallick to lead things off here. Campbell goes into the motion. First pitch. That was going to miss down low in the dirt. Scott unable to scoop it out. Drifts away for a second, but able to quickly pick it up. Keep Campbell in her rhythm. She works back behind the mound. Walks back up again, and so does McCallick. Campbell gets a sign from Scott. Goes into the motion. Here's the 1-0. Count's going to miss up and away. According to the home plate umpire, count's going to move to 2-0. For Campbell here, you really don't want to give any free passes. You're working with a 5-run cushion here. It is just not necessary to, try to be too cute out there. Next pitch, foul, right over the screen, hits the booth next to us. Hopefully everyone's all right in there. I hear some laughs. Sounds like we're good. Count's going to move to 2-1 here. It's Campbell looking to retire McCallick to lead off the top of the 7th. As she has pitched phenomenally well so far. Limited walks, got a few strikeouts, not too much hard contact against her. 2-1, weak ground ball sent to third base. Simpson bobbles, and she will no longer have a play at first base. McCallick's going to reach base on the E5. Not a good start to the top of the 7th for the Bulldogs. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Catherine Ponton. Ponton in this one, 2 for 3. Pair of singles in the first and third innings before popping up in the 5th. She looks to pass the baton to her teammates behind her. Nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Bulldogs holding on to a 5-run lead. First pitch to Ponton. It's going to miss outside. Scott thought about throwing down the first, thought better of it. McCallick was a solid foot off the base. Campbell steps back in the mound. Ponton awaiting the 1-0. And here it is from Campbell. Swinging a pop-up. Left third base side. It's going to be the shortstop Huffman behind the third base bag. Makes the play. A crucial first out of the inning. As the throw in from Huffman got away. It's going to allow the runner McCallick to move into scoring position now. Although this is a 5-run ball game, the runner McCallick essentially means nothing. You're not going to see her take any unnecessary risks out there on the base paths, especially when you got your 3-hitter up. It is Brooke Vandebach. Her 4th time seeing Campbell so far today. Campbell goes into the motion. First pitch, misses well upstairs. Fastball, eye level, taken for ball 1. As I mentioned before, Campbell's had great command so far in this one. 0 walks allowed so far in the ballgame here in the top of the 7th. That one's popped up, first base side. Holmes over. She'll venture into the puddle, put the squeeze on it, make the grab. Bulldogs, 1 out away from salvaging Game 3 of this tripleheader against the Lakers. The person standing in the way will be Brooke Mellick. Mellick led off the top of the 6th with a double to left field. As Campbell looks to put her away here and end this one. First pitch to her. It's going to miss just low. Campbell falls behind 1-0. It's been a fairly sizable Bulldog crowd here. Most have stuck around throughout all 3 games in this one, as they're hoping to watch the home team get a win today. 1-0 in the dirt. Good stop by Scott. As I mentioned, the runner on second, McKellick, essentially useless, not wanting to take a risk, is going to stay put at second base. As Mellick in the driver's seat here, she is up 2-0 against Campbell. Campbell gets a sign from Scott, goes into the motion. Here's the 2-0. Swinging a line drive, right field, slicing, foul down the right field line. Would have driven in McKellick easily, potentially extra bases being missed by a few feet. Instead, the count's going to move to 2-1. As again, Campbell looking to shut down this Laker lineup. She's done a great job of it so far. Only 3 runs allowed through 6 2/3 so far. Looking to pitch around in a leadoff error, which has resulted in McKellick standing on second base. Count is 2-1. Here's the pitch. That one in the dirt. Scooped by Scott once again. Another good stop by Scott today. He's really only seen 1 pitch get by her that was consequential. And that one not necessarily her fault. It was a spiked fastball way down and into a right-handed hitter. Just the reaction time, impossible for Scott to get to that ball. Count 3-1 now. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball. Right side. Just out of the reach of Holmes. Lands foul. Count's going to move to 3-2. We saw Holmes make a play like that earlier in the inning, drifting to her left. As I mentioned, a lot of puddles over there on that side. Mobility certainly tough. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bulldogs 1 strike away, 1 out away from salvaging Game 3. Brooke Mellick trying to stand in the way of that. Here's the payoff. Swing and a miss. Oh no, she got a piece. Looked like the changeup from Campbell started at the knees and broke down. Mellick just able to stay alive. Tapped it at the plate. Count remains 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bulldogs clinging on to a 5-run lead here in the top of the 7th. Campbell ready, goes in the motion. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball, sent on to right field. In comes the right fielder, and Robertson will make the grab. And that's going to do it for us today. Bulldogs salvage Game 3 of this tripleheader against the Lakers. They win at 8-3 thanks to a great outing from Taylor Campbell and a 4 RBI day from Brianna Scott. So that battery, the driving force behind the Bulldog victory here in Game 3. I have been Remington Gilniak. You've been watching Club Softball on Adrian College TV. Thank you to everyone involved, and everyone have a good week ahead. Take care.